Hello again, I'm Brian Zana, owner of Sin City Datsuns, and this is your Sin City Datsuns part of the week. This week, door limiter. That's right. These little parts, a lot of people forget about them because they're just tucked away inside your door and behind your kick panel. For years, a couple of vendors have had the rubber bushing, rubber bumper, bump stop, whatever you want to call that, available to replace your dry, cracked, and whatnot, deteriorated bump stop. But the door limiter itself has never been replicated. It is an odd piece to have done, but I have had a beautiful replica made of it, primarily because most of the cars that I restore, they get, this flat portion here gets rusted and chipped and sometimes even bent over the years. And I just wanted to make sure that I had a really nice new replacement to put in my current project. So a little bit selfish on my part this time, but my selfishness is your gain, as now everybody in the Roadster community can have brand new door limiters for their car's doors. It is the precise length of the originals. I had some people state, hey, why don't you make it a little bit longer? That way we get a little more travel. And I thought, you know what, now you're starting to run into the risk of having the front edge of your door hitting the inside of your fender well and damaging your door. And I thought, you know what? I know the doors don't open a lot. I mean, it is a small car, but I just was not going to mess with it and risk somebody's beautifully painted car and have their door get damaged because I decided to go even a quarter to half an inch longer. So very stock length. All of the pieces you're going to see when you get this piece and you compare it to your original, you're going to go, my gosh, they did a beautiful, and they did a beautiful job replicating these pieces. The hole for the rivet is the same size, same diameter of the bushing. It's just really a beautiful piece. We'll get a close-up look here in a second. I'll also show, because I've had a lot of questions already since I've listed them. Where do they go? How do you install them? I see them popping out of the door pillar, the A-pillar, but I don't know where they go in. So I have my project car here, and it's fairly stripped, so no kick panel, so it'll be easy to show where these slide in. There's a hole on the inside of the kick panel on either side, and we'll get to that as well. But like I said, it's just a beautiful piece, and it's been up on the website for a couple of weeks now, and it's done really well. Thank you so much for all of you who have purchased it and supported Sin City Datsuns by doing so. Why don't we take a good close look of it? All right, so here you go. Nice close-up look of it. Like I said, it's the stock length. The bushing or bump stop is the stock thickness as well. Same diameter. Everything's the same about it. Even the hole here for the rivet is the same. It's just a really nice piece. What else can I say about it? I mean, the only other thing I could say that would make this better is that, oh yes, I have ordered the barrel nuts that Curtis had found that work really well with these to attach them to your door, because people have used screws and a nut and didn't quite work out and they bind. And then other people have tried to put another rivet in there. But again, if you're using a pop rivet, it wants to cinch all the way down, so it's going to be too tight. So what I did was I took Curtis's idea, thank you Curtis, and had a large run of the stainless steel barrel, that's what they're called, they're barrel screws. So it's a slotted, threaded portion, and it's kind of has a little flat spot on the back, and then you have a threaded screw that goes through the top of it. But it's set at a certain height so you can cinch it down all the way, but you're not going to bind this. So if you didn't see that on the forum, you should look up that thread on that barrel fastener he has. That he found on McFadden-Dale, I believe it is. Of course, I ordered in bulk. McFadden-Dale was a little pricey, had to go a different route, but they are going to be stainless steel, so you don't have to worry about them rusting. And once I get them, I will start including them with the door limiters, and I will also sell them independent of the door limiters, so that if you are just reinstalling yours and they're still in good condition, you can go ahead and use these fasteners with a little bit of blue Loctite and know that your door will open and close properly, and you won't be binding on that rivet or a screw and or a nut and bolt combo that you might put in there. All right, so like I said, here's the driver's side. There's a hole. You can see there's a floorboard. There are pedals. So it's right here on the inside of the kick panel. And what happens is it'll come out this little slot here, and then it attaches right to your door right here. So let me switch hands here. So it'll slide in this hole, and you'll get it to line up like that, and you'll push it in. Sorry about the wiggling, but you'll push it in, then you'll line up your door, and then you'll drop that barrel screw that will start to be included right down in there. You'll put a little blue Loctite on it, screw it in, and that's it. It's very easy. Like I said, you've got the hole right there. Push it through, put the fastener in there, and it's done. Well, there you have it, folks. Sin City Datsuns part of the week. It's the new door limiter with the bump stop. Wonderful piece. Very happy about it. It took a little longer to make than I was hoping, but it is a bit of a complicated piece, believe it or not. But it was worth the time and effort because it really is a great replica. You know, I mentioned the barrel screws, and I apologize to those of you who have purchased these before I was able to get the barrel screws in. They should be in, I'm hoping, in next week. I was able to get a large run of them made in stainless steel, so the price dropped to somewhere where I could afford to include them with the door limiters. So what I'm going to do is, if you purchased a set of these and didn't get the little barrel pins to install them on your door, if you make another purchase down the road, make sure you just throw in the notes, hey Brian, I purchased the door limiters before you got the barrel nuts, could you barrel screws, could you please include them? And I will absolutely toss them in there for you. Like I said, my intention was really just to sell them as is, but once I was able to source the barrel screws for a reasonable price, I decided, you know what? Yeah, it's going to cut a little out of the profit, but I don't want people searching for ways to attach them to the door. Curtis came up with a great idea, and I think that including them with the door limiters was the right thing to do. So look for those shortly. I'm hoping, like I said, probably middle of next week, going to get those in, and I will start including them with the sale. Once again, you can buy them as a single if you just have one that's broken or one that's in bad condition, or you can buy them as a pair. Obviously, buying them as a pair is going to be cheaper per piece just because you're buying two of them. As always, though, thank you so much for your purchases. Your support is what allows me to continue making new parts so that we can keep our cars on the road and keep them safe. All I can say is that I'm overwhelmed with the amount of response I've been getting to some of the new parts, and I really do appreciate it. So, until next time, keep those beautiful Datsuns running.